It's Wednesday, and that means new horror on the shelves of your local comic shop. Here's what's new in comic book horror this week, March 15th, 2023. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Let's check out This Week in Comics Horror, March 15th, 2023. We begin this week with independent horror. Sometimes the best horror comes from outside of the mainstream. More concert horror shows up in KILLCHELLA #4 from Scout Comics. The story's by Mario Candelaria with art by Lautaro, Havlovich. Looks like we got a Wicker Man, Burning Man situation going on that cover, which is never good news. Psychological horror abounds in Stray Sheep #2 from Blood Moon Comics, which has some very creepy people in animal masks and a boatload of paranoia going on. The story's by Andrew Osbourne with art by Hernan Gonzalez, and all I know is that if you are wearing an animal mask, something unusual is about to happen. I'm always interested in a comic from Steve Niles, and with a title like My Brother's Blood Machine, I'm really itching to get my grubby paws on it. This seems like good gory fun. It's from Evil Inc. Comics, and the artist is Andrew Ritchie. Can't wait to read it. How about we check out This Week in
Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
Horror. Though the covers are decorated with cheesecake, Zenescope Entertainment manages to tell quality tales of adventure and horror. My pal Pat Shand tells the further adventures of Liesl Van Helsing, daughter of the famous vampire killer, in Van Helsing Annual Sins of the Father #1. And one of my favorite writers, Christopher Priest, writes Draculina, Blood Simple #2 from Dynamite Entertainment. The art is by Michael Santamaria, and let's just say that cover is somewhat inviting.
Give me a boo, boo, give me a B, B, give me a S, S, go boo!
Every week, Image Comics has an output of comics intended to scare the masses. This Week in Horror from Image Comics is no different. Tim Seeley blends computer tech with witchy spells in his sci-fi horror series HEXWARE. The 4th issue has solid art by Zulema, Scotto, Lavina, and it drops today. Gunslinger Spawn #18 from Image Comics has the series creator Todd McFarlane and Uber artist Brett Booth. It highlights the gunslinger's hatred towards modern Spawn Al Simmons, but he's going to need Al's help because not only are there a bunch of Spawns these days, but there's a whole lot of violators as well, if that cover is any indication. Instead of personal struggles and drama, the survivors run into a herd of zombies for a change in this 59th issue of The Walking Dead Deluxe. This time it's brought to you in full bloody color from the usual crew of Kirkman and Adlard. After a small hiatus, Noctera returns. Noctera #12 seems to be upping the stakes between those who can live in the daylight and those who only serve the darkness in this Road Warrior-esque supernatural series, promising more road action, more drama, and more smiling shadows. And in Little Monsters 11, the humans have regrouped and are planning an attack on our gathering of youthful vampires. Lemire and Nguyen deliver a soulful yet heart-wrenching tale of survival of the vampire species against all odds. Not all horror has to be bone-rattlingly horrifying. I first found out about the horror genre from watching Scooby-Doo and the gang solving mysteries. So this week in Gateway Horror features Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries #6 from DC Comics. Ivan Cohen and Eric Owen are the guys behind this issue. This one seems to feature both Batman and Madame Xanadu. Though as a kid, I doubt I would have been able to pronounce Xanadu. Finally, Boom Studios delivers 2 potent horror comics this week. While I'm not as in love with House of Slaughter as much as I am with its sister title, There's Something Killing the Children, it still offers up some fun and thought-provoking tales of terrifying monsters and the kids who hunt them. Issue 13 is by James Tynion and Tate Brombal, with art by the always awesome Antonio Fuso, and follows the one-handed monster hunter Jace featured on that badass cover. But my horror pick of the week is Justin Jordan's HARROWER number 2. I love the unpredictable first issue about a small town haunted by some kind of supernatural slasher curse monster, and how the modern generation deals with the local legend. I'm digging the art by Bram Revel, and the HARROWER looks scary as all get out. Well, that's it for this week's haul. That was 13 quality horror reads, ensuring that horror is as popular as ever in comic books. Let me know which of the horror comics look good to you down in the comments.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. God live the life that you are meant to be. To live inside